Hello and welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to a list today. Haven't done one of these for a while, but today we are looking at the 10 most impactful takeovers in Premier League history. They could be good, could be bad. Following the big news of the Newcastle takeover in the past few weeks, they're not included because obviously we haven't seen what they've done yet. But let's get straight into it. Starting off with number 10, the Venkies at Blackburn. Not all takeovers are significant for positive reasons. Venkies brought Blackburn in 2010 and immediately sacked Sam Allardyce, a puzzling decision given his achievement of leading the club into the top half of the Premier League. Former first team coach Steve Keane was put in charge. His agent Jerome Anderson advised Venkies during takeover negotiations, and it was soon shown he was out of his depth. Rovers later slipped to League One before returning to the second tier. Moving on then to number 9, Folkestone International with Wolves. Granted, this came in the Championship, but it had significant repercussions in the top flight. They got promoted in their first season in 2017-18 thanks to the relationship with super agent Jorge Mendes, and then they've soon come into the Premier League with loads of players like Raul Jimenez, Ruben Neves, Patricio, Jota, all of those players, and even achieved European football for multiple seasons. Number 8, Suleiman Al Fahim at Portsmouth. Portsmouth became the first and state-only Premier League club to go into administration, and this guy brought it for £1, and he failed to secure the investment he wanted, and they were plunged into financial crisis, and soon he sold his stake after 43 days, but the damage was already done. He was then jailed in 2018. Moving on into a significantly more positive takeover, the King Power International Group takeover of Leicester. Pound for pound, there is an argument that Leicester's current owners have had a bigger impact on their club than any of their fellow owners. They took over when the Foxes were in the Championship, but soon got into the Premier League, invested wisely, and 4 years later they won the Premier League. Just a remarkable story. However, tragically, he was killed in 2018, but his son's continuing the legacy. Moving on then to number 6, and that's FSG. Liverpool were in the Premier League relegation zone on the verge of bankruptcy when FSG took over in October 2010. They've really revolutionised the club. Adding to Anfield's main stand, and then all of the success on the pitch, the Champions League, the Premier Leagues, and with the way they're going at the moment, you could easily see them adding more success. Number 5, Peter Riesdale at Leeds. 4 years after Riesdale's takeover of Leeds, the Yorkshire outfit reached the Champions League semi-final. However, it soon became clear that he was unsustainable, and Leeds were borrowing £60. Riesdale departed in 2003, at which time Leeds' debts were £103 million. The club were relegated to the Championship a year later and have only recently returned to the top flight. Moving on to number 4, and that is the Glaziers at Man United. By far the most expensive takeover in history. Controversially, Malcolm Glazier secured the funds by purchasing most of his shares by taking out loans that secured against the club assets. That made them unpopular from the start at Old Trafford. They have put in a load of money, but still unpopular, as we saw with the protest last year. One of the controversial takeovers. Moving on to number 3, Jack Walker at Blackburn. A boyhood Blackburn fan, he used his vast pension pot to try and turn the unglamorous Rovers into England's best team. He succeeded, taking them from relegation zone in 1921 to winning the Premier League 4 years later. Blackburn twice broke the record transfer under Walker, and he increased the capacity of Ewood Park to 30,000. Moving on to number 2, and that is the Abu Dhabi United Group at Man City. The Man City of 2020 is almost recognisable to the Man City before they took over. City have become a dominant force, spending around £1.5 billion. However, they have broken financial fair plays on multiple occasions, but their impact they've had on the Premier League is just incredible. It just shows how successful they've been. And number 1, Roman Abramovich at Chelsea. His purchase to Chelsea in 2003 has transformed the club and has also signalled the arrival of more investors from abroad, such as the City owners. The Blues have had multiple successes. He's brought in a way of sacking and firing managers very quickly. Abramovich, you can't deny how successful he's been. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember your thoughts, comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, link description below for daily football news. Subscribe to the channel on the screen right now, it would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.